Okay, hello and welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley. Today's class, in today's class, we're going to be uh, discussing moral dilemmas. What would you do in certain situations? And to talk about what we would do in these difficult moral dilemmas, decisions of conscience. Uh, to do that, we're going to use modals. Modals are a type of auxiliary verb. They help other verbs. Specifically today, we're going to be trying to use would, could, and should. So I will present the class with a particular moral dilemma. Uh, for example, very simply, you're on a crowded bus. You have a great seat. You're next to, you're near the door. And an elderly woman with a cane gets on the bus. Okay, we're going to discuss. You're going to answer by telling me what you could do. Well, you could stand up and offer the woman your seat. You could just avert your gaze and look in the other direction. What should you do? What do you think is the morally correct thing to do? Would probably be to offer your seat to the elderly woman. And finally, what would you do? And this is the crux of the matter. What actually would you do? Or when you have been presented with such situations, what have you done in the past? Anyway, that's the idea behind today's class. Hello, Max. How are you? Hi, Max. Are you there? Weird things going on with the Hangout. Max, wave your hand, say hello. Let me know that we can interact. I had some difficulty opening the Hangout today and connecting it with Verbling. I have no idea why. Okay, maybe I'm not the only one having difficulty. Okay, how about now? No. Might be issues with the Hangout today. I'm not sure. Keep trying, Max. I myself had to attempt 3 times to open the class. Oh boy. Anyway, while we wait, let me just explain a little bit about could, should, and would. Could, in fact, shows possibilities. All right, we can talk about the future, hypothetical situations, by using could, but when you express could, or actually can and could sort of go together. Can shows ability. You can do so. I can swim. I can speak a little bit of French. Okay. It shows abilities. Could, on the other hand, shows possibilities, things that are physically possible, are rationally possible, but they're only one of possibly many, many, many possibilities. As an example, okay, and also shows something is possible in the present or the future. For example, where are my keys? They could be in the car. Well, they could be in the car, but as you know, if you've ever lost keys, they could be on the kitchen table, they could be on top of the refrigerator, could be in your coat pocket. Could is simply one possibility. Hello, David.
Hi, teacher Oakley. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine, thank you.
Yeah, your hair is short.
What's that?
Your hair is short.
My hair? Oh yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I've cut my
Yeah.
hair.
Uh-huh.
Sick of
It's nice.
sick of the heat. It's nice,
Yeah,
thank you. It's
for
actually
sleep is more relaxed.
more relaxed. Really? Okay.
Yeah, because the heat is more comfortable being short. The hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's precisely why I cut my hair. Is purely for physical reasons, just to try to. It's been insanely humid the last few weeks. Um, Crazy. So one thing I've done is cut my hair. Right now, see, it's really really humid.
Mhm.
So using could, okay, I can use could also to talk about the past. We're talking about using could, would, and should in the future today. That's what we're going to practice. Of course, in reference to my hair, I can talk about the past. I could have gotten
Yeah.
a different hairstyle. I could have bought a new air conditioner because mine broke. I could have uh, taught class and put my feet in a bucket of ice. There's lots of things I could have done, but what
Mhm.
I did do is cut my hair. Okay, I'm going to present you with some moral dilemmas, and we're going to talk. We're going to use could for the future. All right, talk about possibilities, things, options that you could do.
Okay.
Uh, Also, then you're going to tell me what you should do, what you believe in your moral compass, on your moral compass, as we say. What do you think you should do? And then you're going to tell me what you actually would do in such a situation.
Okay.
All right. So that's the idea. Hi, Max. Oh boy, Max is having difficulty connecting.
Yeah.
He's not the only one. I had some problems today.
Yeah. The beginning. Mhm.
Yeah, I did. Don't know what's going on. Okay. All right. Let's try one, David. Okay, David.
Okay.
You see your best friend's wife kissing another man somewhere in public, outside a restaurant.
Yeah. Very awkward.
All right. Okay. Again, your best friend, his wife is kissing another man outside a restaurant. All right. First of all, what could you do?
What could you do? Okay. I could call him immediately and tell that his wife is cheating on.
Oh, yes, you could.
Yes, I could, but yeah, I could actually. I could. Why not?
Why not? Are there any other options? Are there other things that you could do?
Yeah, I could not call him, but I could send an anonymous letter saying his wife
You, am
was
I?
cheating on me.
I'm sorry. You could what? It
I
sent
could send a letter, an anonymous,
an
with no name.
anonymous letter.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay, anonymous. An
anonymous
anonymous
letter.
anonymous letter. Yeah, with no name. Okay, anonymous for those
With no name.
viewers who don't know is a letter with no name.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's a letter with no.
yeah. Okay, you could send him an anonymous letter telling him what you saw. That's an interesting option there. Then you don't have to be directly involved, right? Okay. Are there any other options?
Oh yeah, many options. I could.
You're right.
Uh, I could not say nothing, but After that, speak with her and say that she's doing her own action.
You could talk with her. You could
Hmm.
approach his wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's true. All right. Well, now you've given me three very solid options of what you could do. Now, let's move on to our next modal. Should. Now, we use should to talk, to give advice, or to make suggestions. All right. Often, when we're talking about this specific problem, a moral dilemma, an issue of what's right and what's wrong,
Hmm.
um, okay, we're using should to give general advice about what we, in our beliefs or our culture or personally, we think is the advice that we would follow. All right, speaking generally. So, all right, now it gets tougher, David. What should you do? Do you feel in your heart of hearts? Okay.
Oh yeah, being more rational. Mm, I wouldn't be like in between the relationship. I think I should speak with her. Actually, not say nothing at the beginning, but speak with her. Like more a decision that is more like not so like neutral.
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 Okay.
Neutral.
All right. Very good. Yeah, neutral. Okay. I understand that. Right. Plus, of course, there may be another explanation, right? Perhaps it's her cousin or something,
Mm-hmm.
or her gay coworker.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know. Right. Okay. So, and what would you do?
What would you do? Okay, I would call my best friend.
Yo, really? So even though you think you should do one thing, what you really
Yeah,
would do is something else.
yeah, I should do that, but that I definitely I would call him because he's my friend, and
All
his
right.
wife is cheating. She is a bad girl.
Mm, maybe. We don't know that. Okay. Have you ever had a similar experience? Have you ever suspected that one of your friends, male or female, is maybe doing something behind your friend's back?
Yeah, yeah, like
Really?
a suspicion, but not. Uh, no, I can have the proofs.
Okay.
Watching the doing the bad thing, no, just suspicion.
Okay. I didn't have any proof. Would be the
Yeah, I didn't have any proofs.
I didn't have any proof, and proof, not proofs. Proof is one of those strange words. It's uncountable. So I can't say I have three proofs that you did something.
Hmm.
Actually, if I wanted to say that, I would say it another way. I would say I have three pieces, three pieces of evidence. Okay, evidence are pieces of proof. Actually, are individual. I can count evidence. No, I can't count evidence either. But I would never. Evidence is also uncountable. Actually, when I think about it, that's why I have to say three pieces. Three pieces of evidence, right? But I can't say three pieces of proof. That's not normal. But I mean, that's weird. I I can't say three proofs. All right. Man, it's strange. English is weird.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know. Hi, Holly, out there in
Hi.
Viewerland. Good, good day to you. I don't know if it's evening or morning or afternoon where you are, but David, what time is it where you are?
Oh yeah. It's actually it's almost uh, I can okay 10:30 p.m.
10:30 p.m.
Yeah, p.m. night.
All
I
right.
suppose that you are in the afternoon or almost
Morning.
in the noon. Morning?
Morning. It's almost noon where I am.
Yeah, almost noon in Philippines, no?
Right. Precisely.
In, in the
Okay.
lovely Philippines.
Yeah. We're ahead of our time here in the
Hmm.
Philippines. Well, that was interesting. That was, David, that was very interesting. Let's try another one.
Okay.
Um, Here's one that I have found is extremely cultural. It's very interesting, and we can discuss it a little too. Here's a very interesting thing, a very interesting topic, because I have found that the perception of what is right and wrong is extremely different in different parts of the world. So here it is. Here's the situation. Your classmate in university, let's say, uh, is asking you if they can, if you will help them cheat on an exam, if you can copy answers on an exam. All right. So the question is, someone is asking you to help them cheat on an exam. What could you do? Did I lose you, David? Something really weird going on with the Hangout. David, I can't hear you. Are you okay? Should I send a search party? Call the National Guard.
Uh,
Oh, there you are. Okay.
oh, sorry. Actually, your voice was good enough, and I couldn't hear anything. Sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's like frozen.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. The connection
Strange.
sometimes is bad.
Weird things happening lately. Um, the world is becoming stranger. Okay, did you hear the situation?
No, actually, I didn't hear.
Okay, the situation is that you're at university and one of your classmates asks you, sorry, one of your classmates asks you if they can cheat, if you will help them cheat on a test, if they can copy answers from you.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, what could you do?
Okay. I could say, of course, I will help you to cheat on the test.
Right.
I could reject the proposal and say no way because I can because the teacher can touch me and suppose
Uh huh.
I have a punishment in the university.
Okay.
And I can tell the teacher.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, I
Yeah.
could tell the teacher. Um, all right, when we say I can, it means it's really that you're physically able to do that. That's a weird thing, you know, when a student asks me, well, not on verbally, but when I'm teaching in a physical setting, when a student asks me, can I go to the bathroom? I can only answer, I assume that you're physically capable of going to the bathroom. Yes. So, uh, can just mean physically able to do it. Could means a possibility. You could tell the teacher. Like your phrasing, I liked your phrasing. I could reject the proposal. That's very nice. Very good. All right, because that's what it is. It's a proposal. Um, all right, you could reject their proposal and say tell them no because there are repercussions. What actually, David? What would the repercussions be in your country if you get caught cheating on a test?
And actually, it was very funny because the last week I was in a test in the university,
Uh-huh.
and the teacher, the teacher called coach a student doing cheating in the test.
Really? And what
Yeah,
happened?
yeah, it was like it was a paper test, in a paper,
Uh-huh.
but the guy was using his cell phone for
Uh,
watching, for looking in internet the answers.
uh-huh. Okay.
And yeah. And the teacher caught him in the moment that the guy was watching in the internet, the cell phone.
Wow.
And yeah, immediately the teacher pick up the test, the paper, and
Yep.
said to the student, "You cheat on the test. Get out of the classroom,
Ooh.
and your grade, your score is zero for the first test."
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So that's probably the United States too, actually. The uh, the teacher called him out when somebody accuses somebody publicly. Here's an interesting English phrase. You call someone out, all right, you publicly question them. Accuse them or question them about something, about how truthful something is, for example. You call someone out. Ooh, so we got called out right in front of the class. How embarrassing. Wow,
Yeah, very embarrassing.
totally.
Yeah.
Uh,
But the good news is that um, after the next class, the guy was in the class, and everyone thinks that the teacher forgive the situation, but the teacher find a new good solution, and the teacher say to the student that he he have to make a presentation about cheating on tests, like a presentation in PowerPoint,
wow.
explaining why it's bad doing that, and what are the consequences of doing that. And the teacher allowed to the student to make the test again, but the qualification is lower. That is the reason.
Okay. Wow. What a teacher you have there. Wow.
Yeah, but I think the teacher makes a good thing because teach the rest of the class that is that the consequences of doing cheating. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, of cheating.
Cheating.
We wouldn't say doing cheating, but of you don't need doing of cheating. Yeah. Oh, I like it. He's turned this, you know,
This bad
really
situation in a good thing. Yeah.
right. So as to actually teach not just that student, but the entire class.
hmm Yeah,
Right.
he makes a good thing.
Mm-hmm. An
Yeah.
interesting compromise. Okay, when you
Uh-huh.
yeah when you take a situation and you try to even it out, make it more neutral, as you said. You compromise, right? You don't do something extreme, but it's a great, yeah, it's a good compromise. Okay, back to our situation. All right, now let me see if I remember. You could agree to help another student cheat. You could just refuse or reject his proposal, or you could go straight to the teacher. Okay, what do you think you should do?
I
Like, what do you think is
should
morally correct?
I should reject the proposal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why not go to the teacher?
Uh, Yeah, because going to a teacher is very extreme. Uh,
Uh-huh.
be, because if I go to a teacher and tell that the student is going to cheat, is I'm not one to make damage to the other person. Yeah, to
Hmm.
hurt other person.
Right. See, this is an interesting moral dilemma. As an American, I would never go to the teacher because this is looked at as it's really frowned on, and people who go tell authority go tell authority that other people are doing something wrong. This is very much frowned on in American culture. You
Mhm.
would be hated by everyone for doing that, and people would avoid you. They would be afraid if I tell you anything in confidence, you would go tell somebody else. So this person would be ostracized from his social group. Really, you're asked. The person who's actually cheating would be more popular and more accepted by the social group than the person who tells the teacher in American
Yeah,
culture.
yeah,
You
of
just don't
course.
do that. Yeah,
You're the same.
this really okay. That's cool. I mean, it's cool. I don't know if it's cool or not, but it's the way I grew up, and I can I agree with it. But that's just my personal opinion. Others would disagree. Different
Yeah,
cultures, that's very very different. Now, I also have to just say, as a point of discussion, in Russian culture, for example, it's very normal to cheat on tests. It's actually
yeah.
accepted by the students and by the teachers. The exams are a lot more difficult, and it's actually accepted behavior to cheat on a test.
Oh, actually, it's not, I imagine that, and I think it's a little bit crazy, no? But
It's very strange, very odd to me too. But
yeah, but
as it
uh-huh.
has been explained to me, it's because the exams are a lot more difficult. And
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. It's strange, but the whole question, yeah, has different. There's different areas in this moral dilemma that are different in different cultures. It would be perfectly acceptable and demanded to tell the teacher in some cultures, but you and me wouldn't do that because actually that's worse.
actually, that is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, of course, what would you do?
I would reject because when
Yeah.
I am cheating, I I become very nervous.
Yeah.
I sweat. I look at
Yeah.
I yeah I am very scared. I can focus, and most probably the teacher catch me cheating.
Yeah. Okay. Most probably, okay, again, it's a hypothetical. Most probably the teacher would catch me cheating. Yeah. Not to mention, obviously, if you're totally distracted by, your nervousness, your performance on the test would probably suffer,
Yeah, yeah,
be bad, right?
I,
Yes. I agree with that. And that, same thing. Actually, if I'm going to help somebody cheat on a test, I would be so distracted that I couldn't do well, and then both of us would end up failing the test. So it wouldn't even do any good. There's a negative. It wouldn't do any good for me to help you cheat because I would be so distracted, my answers would be wrong, or I couldn't think coherently.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you are you because if you want to cheat, you have to watch the teacher very often because
Yeah.
you have to know where he is or what he is watching and
Mhm.
look the perfect moment for cheat.
Yeah. It adds an extra element
Yeah,
to the exercise. Yeah.
extra difficult, extra difficult things.
Right. Okay, David, I've got another one for you. All right, new situation. Okay. Um, you're in a restaurant. You have a nice meal, and you pay your check. All right, but the person who gives you your change gives you back too much money. You have an extra $10. All right. So they you pay your check and you get back too much change. They undercharge you. All right. You're undercharged.
They give me more.
Yeah, they give you more than they're supposed to give you.
So the first one is I could. Okay, I could. I could say I could give back the money to the waiter or waitress.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, you could. That's right.
I could run out the restaurant, go
Yes, you could.
left the restaurant, and I could give that money to charity.
Ah, I was wondering if you would say that. All right. It's found money. Give it to charity. And okay, that's very interesting. Because again, in many cultures,
Yeah,
that's considered to be perfectly morally correct. Any found money, give it donate it to charity. Okay, those are again. You've given me 3 great could possibilities. If we could take a brief time out, David, I'm going to get back to what should you do. Maxim is asking about an idiom, steal my thunder, in the Verbling chat box. To steal somebody's thunder is to steal the limelight, to take their... If you steal somebody's thunder, you take their credit for something. All right? It's not like taking money. It's not like taking physical money. It's like taking credit for something somebody else did. Or showing someone up. We also say, okay, you steal someone's thunder. All right, for example, or maybe not exactly taking credit, Max, out there. Let me give you an example. I'm going to, it's a family gathering, and I want to announce that my wife is pregnant to the family. Oh, good news. I'm excited to tell everyone. But before I can announce that my wife is pregnant, my brother stands up with his girlfriend and proposes marriage to her in front of the family. Oh, he stole my thunder. Now everyone's congratulating my brother. My good news is like, oh, that's nice. Oh, good. But everyone's excited about him getting married. He has just stolen my thunder. He's taken the spotlight away from me. All right, so Max, that's where that idiom belongs. It really has not much to do with getting too much change back. Okay, you get too much change back. Back to you, David. What should you do? What would be the morally correct thing to do here?
Yeah, the moral correct will be give back the money to the restaurant. It's the boring answer, but yeah,
Yes.
it's moral. It's the moral.
Okay. All right. I think I would agree with that.
And actually, because you are a chef, you will agree because you work in a restaurant. No?
I used to work in a restaurant. Well, yeah. Well, that too. But in reality, okay. And then what would you do? Actually, our last question.
Yeah, I would give back the money. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would. And has this happened to you before?
But in the opposite way, because
Okay.
so yeah, I give more money, and actually they give me back the money that I undercharge. So I would like to return the favor to other people, and yeah, I think that was an experience for the life that you have to do the right thing, and
Hmm.
maybe sometimes having good things to good people.
Yeah. It's karma, right? You
Karma.
know karma?
Yeah, I know what is karma.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Goes around, comes around.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah, and think about do the people what you want that they do to you, or something like that. Yeah,
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
yeah, like it's like a law of
The golden rule.
return the
Sometimes,
favor. Yeah.
yeah, David, sometimes that's called the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yeah. Uh, it's kind of funny. It's kind of sad, really. I have a small store, just three houses down from my house, and I go there almost daily for small things.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, little things we need in the house that particular day, whatever, milk or I don't know, get note paper, buy a pencil sharpener. It's an everything store,
Mhm.
and I go there nearly every day, and at least maybe not once a week, but at least once every 2 weeks, they they undercharge me. Like this is a habit. Seriously, it happens all the time. It's literally happened 20 times since I've lived here, at least, maybe more. So they love me, but
Yeah.
usually they undercharge me, but occasionally they overcharge me, and I say, actually, you know, and of course they have no problem straightening out the matter. Uh, but yeah, it's kind of funny. It makes for good neighbors. They definitely trust me, so
Okay.
it's a
That's
good thing. You know what else, David? I've done the same thing when I've also been paid too much, and I've been paid too much at work, overpaid at work, too much salary. Hello, can you hear me? Hey there. Hello. How are you?
Hi, good
Hi.
noon.
Good morning.
Good
Uh,
noon.
good noon. Yeah. Well, it's still morning. It's another 15 minutes or so. Hey
Okay.
there. Have you ever been undercharged in a restaurant, or have you ever been overpaid at work?
Overpaid? Yes, because it happens sometimes. I didn't undercharged. I don't remember such a thing. But overpaid,
Hmm.
yes. Sometimes when the client, well, especially with freelancing work, when the client likes your work, you know, should for sure you know this. When they like your work, they overpay you.
Oh, but they voluntarily overpay you, not
Yes,
accidentally.
yes. No, no,
Uh,
no, for sure not accidentally. If it's
oh,
accidentally, I've, this accidental errors happen to me many times, so many times during my life. I have this. It's like a habit that clients I deal with them, they do these accidental errors. Whether they are big companies or small or individuals, I have that happen. That I so many mistakes happen in favor of me. So I have to inform the client and pay back.
okay. And that's what you do. All right. So
For sure.
you actually okay. I know many people who do not. I also do the same thing when I am overpaid from my company, or as you say, doing freelance or whatever. When I'm overpaid, I'm going to tell the person immediately and return the money. I found it's very good policy because there may be other times or other circumstances where they underpay me, and I found that if I have voluntarily given money back and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is not right," then they are very likely to very quickly agree with me if they underpay me and not make a big deal out of it.
Yes, if when the client likes you, you know, he's ready to do everything to satisfy
Right.
you.
Right. Absolutely. Or even working a regular job. This has happened to me. You know, working a steady job for one employer, the employer, I've been overpaid before. Definitely.
By mistake?
It happened to me right here at Verbling. Yes. And I write them and I say, please deduct this much from my next week's salary. I did not actually, I had technical problems. There's a typhoon. I couldn't open a class, so don't pay me, please.
I
Yeah,
see.
it happened to me before. Here. It's happened to me almost every place I've ever worked. People don't, many people don't realize how often there are problems with their paychecks. They don't look, they just get their paychecks and they just blindly put it in the bank, or maybe it's direct deposit in the bank, whatever, and they never check what they're getting paid.
Yes,
Seriously, it's
yes,
happened to
it
me
happens
at
all the
least
time.
50 times in my life. It happens a lot.
Yes, I really agree with you. Because even with services with big companies, sometimes it happened to me so many times in different forms. You know, I pay for internet speed, specific internet speed. Then I downgrade. Then then I upgrade again, and they keep asking for the downgraded price.
Oh my God, that reminds me of a story. At one point, I had an internet service provider that insisted that I had credit and would not allow me to pay. And I repeatedly would go
Yes.
to this company, and every time they would say, "No, sir, you have 1 month credit." This continued for 6 months, and I kept saying, "This is impossible. I have to give you some money. I have your service for free." And because I moved and I transferred my service, and somehow in their computer it just kept turning up every month. He has 1 month credit. It just kept rolling over and over and
Ye-
over again.
Yes, it happened to me. Another strange thing with mobile service. They had a problem with their system, I guess. So because I had a credit and they refused to give it to me, so I complained so many times that I have that credit. Then when they tried to fix it, they didn't admit it, but I guess they had a glitch with their system or something. Because when they tried to fix it, every time I call, I didn't get any deduction. I was calling for free everywhere, even for international calls. So I told them, this you didn't fix it. You made it worse.
Yeah.
The case is so and so. And they never admitted. They said, no, no, no. From the in the first place, we didn't make any mistakes. You don't have any credit, and now we'll look into the other problem. And they didn't give me the credit, and they fixed that free calls issue, and I didn't get my credit. And I told them it was my problem that I notified you of these free calls.
Very funny. Yes, and their corporate policy makes their business ethics, not like personal moral ethics, but business ethics is you can't admit a problem. So I was having arguments every month. I would actually let me speak to the manager and argue, trying to give them money, and they refused to take my money, and they would not
Yes.
admit they were wrong.
Yes, the problem that they may make you, feel sad that you notify them, because when that downgrade issue happened, when I was calling these people, they tell you have to send a fax. Then I send a fax. Then you have to call so and so. Then one public relation officer there, she said that if this is true, you have to pay for the past year. I told her I'm trying to fix this for 1 year, and I've tried to call you every day. But these people, you know, they are very, very bad with public relations
Right.
because
Yeah.
they never admit their faults.
Right. This is one corporate moral or corporate. All right. Business ethics, we call it. This is one sort of area of business ethics that drives me nuts. And companies, do they not realize that situations like this happen and you just hurt yourself and alienate customers all at the same time? It's crazy.
Yes, and the problem that you may find some workers with this company that they want to harm the company. You may notify a worker there is a problem with their payment systems. They tell you, oh, don't tell the company, keep it.
Yes.
Since you're getting a benefit from this, just don't tell the company. And you wonder why these people are working in this company. They defend the customers and not the company.
All right, David, see ya. Oh, okay. Off he goes. Oops. And then that very same company that I was talking about, the same thing happened. Somebody was telling me how they could, a worker for the company, we can, if you move, I was talking about moving and asking about reconnection fees, and they were, we can do it for free, and basically just bribe them a little bit of money, and they would do it for free and turn it on somehow. And I just, at that point, this was after I had a 6-month lease. I had internet for free for 6 months. I was sick of arguing with them, and I was going to move. And then after that, one of their workers was trying to again scam the company for a reconnection out of the reconnection fee, and I just gave up. Because I was getting everything for free, I gave up the company. I quit the company, and I gave up fighting with them. It wasn't worth it. Crazy. Anyway, interesting. All right. We're going to practice. All right. David's gone, so now I can work on you. I'm going to give you a moral dilemma. All right. I want you to tell me what you could do, what you should do, what you feel in your heart of hearts that you should do, and then what you really would do. Okay. Okay. You're in your car, and you're in a deserted parking lot, and you back up to turn around and leave. And as you're backing up, suddenly, oops, uh-oh. Okay. You get out of your car and you take a look, and the damage is maybe not damage. Maybe there's a mark, but not.
Yes. It happened to me 2 times in the last year.
Well then.
So I know.
you know the situation. All right. Well, what could you do?
What could I do? What could I do? What should I do? What would I do? It was the same. So I write my number. I get a paper and I write my number, and I tell an apology for the owner that by mistake I tell him the specific part so he can examine it or he can see it. That I hit like the front bumper or something. So, then I leave my phone number in case you want to fix it. I am ready to pay for the cost. And because it is very small scratches or it is very minor, and I had this 2 times and they never called. They never called to. Yes, because I guess they appreciate it and they leave it. But this week I had my car crashed. Not crashed, the side door. Someone hit it and ran away while it was parked in front of my house, and he never left any note or something. Now I cannot open the door. And I had to take it to the insurance company and pay for the repair.
Okay. Yeah, when somebody hits your car and then leaves the scene, it's a hit and run. Whether they hit a pedestrian or hit your car, or either way, it's called a hit and run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I can understand that they may feel they don't feel that they don't feel the guilty or what? They don't feel guilty.
They don't feel guilty. Yeah, they
Yes, they don't feel guilty if it's minor, but if it's big, if it's something serious, they have to stop at least or leave a phone number. So.
yeah, well, probably legally as well. At least, I'm sure there are laws about that. There certainly are. There should be. In most countries, there's going to be laws. Okay, one other thing, Nader, you give an apology, not tell an apology, not say
Give an apology.
You give.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And if you accept someone's apology, if you you apologize to me, thank you, we can move on. It's water under the bridge. You accept someone's apology, or you don't. You refuse someone's apology.
It's water under the bridge.
Yeah, it's water under the bridge means you've had a problem with somebody and everything. And now everything's okay, it's forgotten, and it has no consequence to the future.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Max, are you speakable? I mean, are you speakable? Can you speak?
I think so.
Wow.
Hello, everybody.
After so
Hello,
long.
Nadir. Hello,
Hi, hello.
Tisho.
Hello,
Hi.
Max.
Good to see you.
I'm fine.
Especially nice to hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One question
Yes.
about coulda, shoulda, woulda. It's some kind of phrase. How I can use it?
All right. Now you're talking about we're talking about moral hypothetical situations in the future in this class. But the coulda, shoulda, woulda is reduced speech for could have, should have, would have. This is a common English expression, but it's used to talk about past situations where you regret. You hypothetically could have, would have, and should have done something differently. All right. As an example, I went on vacation to Trinidad and Tobago when I was quite a bit younger, my younger years. A wonderful vacation. I had an awesome opportunity to buy property on a cliff with a private beach for really cheap on a beautiful tropical island. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I did not do it. I would have had to contact someone in the United States to send me some money, to wire me some money so I could do this. But I could have done it. I had the opportunity. It was there, and I had somebody I could have called who would certainly have lent me the money. I could have done it. I would have done it if I knew what I knew now. All right. If I could go back in time, I would have done it. I could have done it. It's coulda, shoulda, woulda. Could have first. It was a possibility. Should have. If I could advise myself now, I would tell myself, "God, you should buy that property," and I would have done it if I could go back in time.
My example may be wrong, may be correct. I don't know. I was going to join this class, but coulda, shoulda, woulda, some technical issues. I didn't. How to say?
You didn't.
Was causes why I didn't.
Okay, but not quite right because you couldn't. It wasn't even a possibility for you because you tried. All right. So it doesn't really fit. It wasn't possible. You tried to get in the class and you could not do it. So you can't say I could have. You couldn't have because if you could have, you would have. Which is another expression we say: if I could have, I would have. Which is another common.
I would have. Okay, I need to write it.
In your case, that is the expression to use. If I could have, I would have. Yeah. Now, coulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda. I keep saying it wrong. Coulda, shoulda, woulda is to express a hypothetical in the past, to express regret. Frankly, for something we darn well could have done, but we just didn't do it. We made the wrong choice, or what we feel is the wrong choice. Now, looking back. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. But our time is up, and I have to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon. I'll be right back in just
Bye-bye.
1 or 2 minutes, actually.